It doesn't matter how good of a team you have in the NFL if you don't have an elite quarterback. Nobody knows that better than Sean McVay, and that's why he went out and traded for Matthew Stafford, and it's already paying off big time. Stafford has the Los Angeles Rams out to a 3-0 start and has fans buzzing about their potential Super Bowl hopes. The Rams look like they're the real deal. But first, thank you to Hone Health for sponsoring this video. Testosterone levels have decreased substantially over generations. Our father's generation had testosterone levels 25% higher than now. But don't worry, because Hone's got you covered with testing and treatment for low testosterone, with real physicians, real science, and real FDA-approved treatment. Although I'm not a medical expert, Hone Health is, and they'll be with you every step of the way. As somebody that goes to the gym every day and is pretty physically active, one of the biggest things for me is having that energy to finish through the day, and low testosterone can take that away from you. One of the biggest benefits you can get is just having more energy and really feeling a little bit better every single day. Additionally, for all my other working out lads out there, it can help with increased muscle mass and decreased body fat. The at-home assessment is super easy to use. The box comes with everything you could possibly need, like alcohol prep pads and gauze pads for after. All you need to do is use this alcohol prep pad first and just rub it against your finger a little bit before you're going to remove the lancet's thin yellow tip just by twisting it. Then you just need to press the lancet very firmly against your finger and push and hold the yellow button for 1 second, and use the gauze to wipe away a little blood. Then you just need to mail in your sample and you'll get your testosterone levels. Order Hone's easy use-at-home assessment kit today to learn your testosterone levels. For a limited time only viewers get at-home testing and a doctor consultation for only $45. Click the link in the description below or go to honehealth.com/jdprog to take advantage now. The Los Angeles Rams had high expectations heading into 2021, and after trading for Matthew Stafford, they've lived up to the hype so far. They dominated a pretty weak Bears team in Week 1 before they escaped a Carson Wentz-led Colts team in Week 2. That set up a monster matchup against the defending Super Bowl champion Buccaneers. Now, a lot of people thought the Rams would have a good team this season, but I doubt they thought that they'd be able to go out and punch the Buccaneers in the mouth. Los Angeles took a 7-point lead into the half, and then they extended it in the third quarter before downing Tom Brady and company 34-24. If people weren't paying attention to the Rams then, they definitely are now. This is a team that may be the best in the league in 2021. But first, we have to rewind. Jeff Fisher landed in St. Louis in 2012 with the hopes of turning around the Rams, but things did go pretty bad. In his 5 years, the Rams ended up having more relocations than winning seasons. Ahead of 2016, the Rams moved from St. Louis to Los Angeles, but they did have a shiny number 1 overall pick to go with it. They opted to take Jared Goff, a decision that the Rams would probably like to take back now, though I'm not sure Carson Wentz was that much better of an option. Goff had a terrible rookie season, but there was still hope. The Rams brought in a new head coach, Sean McVay. McVay started in Washington in 2010 and earned the mantra of an offensive genius before the Rams gave him a chance, and it's paid off big. Goff had a great second season, leading the Rams to the playoffs for the first time since '04. McVay turned everything around and was named Coach of the Year for his efforts, but the best was yet to come. Los Angeles dominated the following season, only losing 3 games in the regular season before knocking off the Cowboys and Saints to face off against the Patriots in the Super Bowl. The appearance was an incredible feat for McVay in just his second season, but unfortunately the Rams couldn't finish the job, and they've been trying to get back ever since. The Rams missed the playoffs in 2019 after losing 7 of their last 13 games of the season, but they did still finish with a winning record. Last season, the Rams made the playoffs and ended up playing in the divisional round before taking down the Seahawks in the wild card, but much more happened in that game than just win. Ahead of the game, the Rams decided to start backup John Wolford, with Jared Goff dealing with a bit of a thumb injury. But after Wolford went down early, Goff had to come in, and he actually ended up looking pretty healthy. It wasn't much of a secret that McVay and company thought that something was holding them back, their quarterback. Goff had his moments, but at the end of the day, he wasn't the guy.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
And if you want to truly be a great team, you have to have an elite quarterback. If there's one place where careers go to die in the NFL, it's Detroit. And nobody knows that better than Matthew Stafford. He slowly managed to slide under the radar during his time with the Lions. In the past decade, Stafford has passed for over 4,000 yards in all but 2 seasons. His regular season stats are very impressive, and they speak for themselves, but he never could get it done in the playoffs. The Lions only made the playoffs 3 total times in his career, but they could never come out with a win. Detroit saw the writing on the wall. It was time for a rebuild, and the best decision was to finally let Stafford move on after he requested a trade. Originally, Stafford reportedly almost ended up with the Panthers, but he made it known that he wanted to go to the Rams, and the Lions listened.
I can't say enough about how much I respect the Lions for actually sending Matthew Stafford where he wanted to be. This was the guy that was your franchise quarterback for a very long time, and nonetheless, the face of the team, even when things were pretty bad for a long time in Detroit. Personally, I've been a big Matthew Stafford guy for a long time. I think he's one of those guys that's been able to make the same throws as Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers have been doing for years, but never actually got the recognition. And I think that just happens because he did play in Detroit. He played for a bad team, he played for a bad front office, and a team that just could never really figure it out and put real pieces around him. And that's kind of the thought process with Matthew Stafford, is if you can put the right weapons around him and give him a good team, he'd be good. But he was stuck with really only Calvin Johnson for so long, to the point where the Lions just didn't have really any other weapons for him. I haven't been the slightest surprised by Matthew Stafford's start in Los Angeles. This is exactly how I thought it would go. I thought he'd find a good rapport with Cooper Kupp, and they'd start dominating. I mean, Sean McVay is a genius, and Matthew Stafford is a great quarterback. It's a perfect match. Not to mention the entire team around him. You have a way improved offense. I already mentioned Sean McVay, and having an offensive genius in your back pocket is huge. And also, he has a good defense. You know, Detroit had a couple solid defenses here and there, but that wasn't always an issue. Now he has Aaron Donald and a really good defense that has Jalen Ramsey on it. There is an obvious reason why the Rams are an early Super Bowl favorite. I understand a lot of people are worried that this is an overreaction, but I completely disagree. This is exactly what happens when you put an elite quarterback with an elite coach on a good team. The Los Angeles Rams have been on the doorstep of a Super Bowl for the past few years, but it feels like Matthew Stafford has a chance to change that in 2021. The Rams are off to a rolling start, and they look damn good. The question is, are they good enough to bring a championship to Los Angeles and lift Matthew Stafford to the promised land? Hey, thanks for watching the video. Go ahead and click right here to subscribe to the channel. If you don't want to, or you already do because you're freaking awesome, go ahead and click right here on the left side. Also, make sure to check us out on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, everything, because you know we got you covered all season long.
You know, I will say this, you know, a guy who probably doesn't get anywhere near the credit.
Brett.
We're doing shit like that all the time. He wears number 9 and plays in Detroit. That dude, what he does with the ball, it's impressive. It's really impressive. But that dude's throwing crazy no-lookers all the time.